Hey guys, Anime Westviews here. This is going to be a review for Sachi-iro no One Room, Chapter 30. And yeah, this chapter picks up immediately after where the last one left off. And just gotta say, I kind of really feel bad for Sachi. So yeah, picks up immediately where it left the last chapter left off with the detective guy showing up, saying that he is moving in next door to them, but obviously they don't know who he is. They just Mister just calls him like a kid or asks if his parents are at work. And so he's like, I may look young, but we're different. That different in age. And he's like, oh, pardon me. Or Mister says that. And then the guy hands him a box of snacks. Mister immediately seems to notice something off about it. But then the guy just like walks away. He then asks, like, do you live alone? Detective is like, it's not polite to meddle in others' affairs. And he says, the same to you. Because he said, do you live alone? I'm pretty sure. So then we go back in the house. Sachi comes out of the closet, or the not be taken that way. So yeah, Mister puts the box on the ground, starts taking it apart, and they find a bug in it. Basically, they find a wire, so he like types on his phone to tell her that there's a bug. She has like the look of mortal fear on her face, and he says that it's the guy next door gave us the snacks. This was inside, so don't know what to do, but don't talk for now, because yeah. So then they just kind of don't say anything. He just kind of sits next to the wall, and he starts thinking a lot. Like, are they related? Like, how did they find us? Basically, are they related to the police? They follow us from Tokyo. And he brings up how Katagiri doesn't know what he looks like, and they have. He says, and we left that place before the police could catch on. I bought that car with a fake name, and I've already sold it. I erased as much of our tracks as I could. He's like, so how? And then you have Sachi just pretty much panicking. Like, she's just like sitting in the corner, grabbing her head, just thinking, like, why are they all trying to back me into a corner? And she's thinking, my parents, the police, and she's like, why? Because that's what they're essentially doing, backing her into a corner. And then she thinks, my parents, the police, and she then looks at the wire and says, hey mister, I have a favor to ask you. Or can I ask for a favor? And the phone just, yeah, what he was texting. So she seems to have had an idea, and then we go over to the detective and hear what she was saying, and he's like, I knew it, it's her. And then his partner's just trying to jump up and rush over there, be like, we need to go now, and he's like, wait, calm down. But the partner's like, they'll run if they discover the bug, and he's like, Matsubase is like, they already know. Because before they heard her speak, there was a long silence. So obviously they found the bug, but he's just like, it's fine, because partner's just trying to rush over there and get this done. But he's also kind of right. They'll be on their guard and try to see what they're up to. Their location has been discovered, so they can't easily move around even if they want to. That's the reason he planted the bug in the first place. And the partner's just like, wait, I don't get it. So he pretty much explains it that, of course, there are many ways to save her, but he believes they're too harsh in more ways than one, basically. They're too harsh. Like, there's various options to save her, but he feels like they're too harsh on her, I guess. They says you don't know this, but he already had the license plate checked out, and he's like, this would never get resolved if he didn't do it. So we have a flashback of him at the police station informing a higher up, I guess, about having a lead on the kidnapping case. And then he says, because the higher up guy is asking about it, so he says, of course, now we're another step closer to solving the case, Kiriyama. And then he's thinking, that being said, it's just a list of apartments I checked out last time. But yeah, then thinking he feels bad for Kiriyama, but he can't let the police get ahead of them. So what the detective is thinking, and he says, let me see here, and then he takes it away and says, in return, there's a license number I need checked out. It's for an affair case he's working on. He says, the other guy, Kiriyama, tries to say, now's not the time for that. So he starts playing up the waterworks, being like, if I fail that case, I'll be living on peanuts this month. If you insist on turning me away, then I'll spill all the police's dirty secrets to the press. So yeah, Kiriyama just kind of like, fine, I'll do it. So yeah, he's like, thanks, Chief. Don't want to. And Chief is like, I don't want to hear that from my predecessor. Are you mocking me? And then he asks, hey, is that really for an affair case? And then you see him kind of make like a flat kind of face, like a blank face. And then he just says, yes, why? So the chief just sighs and then laughs a bit and says, right, it's you we're talking about. So I just, when we're back in the present, his partner is saying his name. And Matsubasa is just like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. I was just thinking about some stuff. So clearly that case seems to be more personal, I would say. The other case that he's working on, I feel like is more of a personal case, and say his partner's just like, can you fill me in now? So he starts to explain stuff, like he says, he'll start with the license number. You found out that he sold the car in this town, which is a good thing. And then his partner asks, yes, but why didn't that masked man just abandon the car? And he says, because that'd get reported if he did that. Even if he went out of his way to buy a used car, no one would bat an eye. So, yeah, true. So for him, it was smooth sailing as soon as they found out where the car was. Yeah, essentially, as soon as he found out where the car was at or located, as long as he's with XXX, he can't take her to public trains or can't take her on like public things. So there's a high likelihood they would be hiding here. He says they're out in the countryside after all. We're lucky that the realtor lady remembered his face. And he says, even so, we didn't need to move in next door. That's what the partner says. On the same day, Matsubase tells him to calm down. And he says, I think they'll leave even sooner than you expected. And so, yeah, then he starts piecing stuff together. Like, he's like, Mister, huh? Even after listening in on them with the bug, I guess, what I meant to say. Didn't seem like she wanted to ask for help. Judging by the tone of her voice, she wasn't scared of her kidnap, nor was she licking his boots. And yeah, he says about Katagiri's testimony about how XXX and her kidnapper were in it together. And then what the snack owner, or the owner of the snack shop said, and the feeling he got when they moved, he's like, something about those bugged him. There's also her mother. She was abusing XXX. There's no doubt about it. That's why the deeper he digs into this case, the more unsettling it is for him. So he's like, I can only hope things won't go the way he predicts. So if XXX and her kidnapper, or Sachi and Mr. are really in cahoots, then everything would make sense. And then he like puts his hand to his head and says, "But if so, whether it be me trying to save Sachi or something else, it would seem like I would seem like the second coming of Katagiri, which he essentially is. To them, he is a permanent nuisance, like what he's saying here. So he's like, if confronting them head on won't make things better, then he has no choice but to use like underhanded tactics, basically, since he can't just go at them head on. He has to go like underhanded or dirty, you could say. So yeah, because his goal isn't really to solve the case; it's just to save Sachi, or XXX, he calls her. So he says, "This is something only I can do," and then the voice bug picks up again, says, "This is a bug, right?" And she says, or the partner says, "Mr. Matsubase." And you have Sachi talking into it, saying, "What a shame. We ran all the way out here, but they've already found us. It's a shame indeed." And then the partner's like, "What is she saying?" And then Sachi saying, "Sure, this world, there's nowhere else we can run to. Right, mister. Sorry, I know. I just said that I just said I wanted to continue," and then someone says, "It's fine." And then it says, "The game ends here." And so, technically, the game, and it says, "So," you know, Sachi saying, "Shall we kill ourselves now?" That essentially was the game they were playing, was that if they get caught, they're going to die together, though we know, pretty sure that was a lie from what I remember. And it looks like they're outside now from what was shown, so they're probably leaving already. But yeah, overall, thought it was a pretty good chapter. Really interested to see how this is going to turn out. Because, yeah, like the detective said, he pretty much is like their enemy or a nuisance. Same as the teacher guy from a while ago. But yeah, if you enjoyed enjoyed the review, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe for more anime reactions and reviews, as well as manga reviews. Links in the description to Patreon and Discord and all that. And yeah, I will see you all later. Yeah, bye.